Yes, it's been a while, but join me, Marcus, as I take an evening sunset walk over Newton Dunes near Porthcawl. Sorry for the delay, I know it's been a few months. But anyway, let's make the most of this sunny, dry evening as we take a local walk from Newton across Newton Dunes. And I haven't got anything planned, but I hope to end up on the ridgeway over there, overlooking Newton Bay, coinciding with sunset. Well, that's the plan anyway. As the sun's out, I think I'll start my walk here on Newton Beach. I was intending to start up on Newton Green by the church, but because it is sunny, everyone's sitting outside the pubs, the Jolly Sailor and the Ancient Britain, and I was too embarrassed to film up there, so I've come here instead. Anyway, the walk itself, it's unplanned, but I will link my route in the description below. But the only thing I intend to do, if I get the timing right, is to end up over there at sunset, which is about 7 o'clock. So I've got an hour and a half to explore and be up there. So I think it's time to get started. Let's go. The tide's out, so I'm walking across the beach towards the lifeguard station in the corner. A couple of green shipping containers. I'll join the path up there. So I think instead of going the coast path there, I'll go in a bit towards the estate. I don't know if you can see the houses in front of me. Newton Burrows estate there. But just before you get to them, there's a path going east. So I'll walk over towards those and then take the path east towards Merthyr Mawr and the Ridgeway. It's very quiet down here. Even though it's still quite early, very peaceful. And I forgot to mention, the pubs are quite busy as well, because it's a Thursday night, but it's a few days before the Elvis Festival starts. So this is the calm before the storm. So just before the houses, there's a path, and you can take a right down here. We just walked through the bushes over there, and somebody was walking their dogs, and the things barked at me, made me jump. Anyway, there's somebody wild camping in the bushes as well. You can see the clothes hanging up. Whether somebody camping, or you're not meant to over here, or just living rough. My future, maybe. We keep going straight. So the houses on your left, sea on your right, and we're heading into the dunes. As we walk the dunes today, you can see it's really overgrown, bushes, grasses. But back when this was a firing range, it was stripped bare. And you can tell by the path, you don't have to go down very deep to get to the sand. I've mentioned it a few times in previous walks, how this used to be a big firing range, going back before the Second World War. I think it's back to the Boer War they were using this area. Also, as the sun starts to set, I wonder if we'll see any rabbits about. I've been attacked by James Bond. Just checking the time. We're okay. So it's only going to be a short walk this evening, just to see the sunset in a rare blue sky. I have got some other walks planned, but I have to walk them first because over the summer I tried a few and so many were either overgrown or worse still, blocked off. But this is where you can come in. If you know a good walk and you know you can walk it without any issues, let me know. I know a few of you have already. And if anyone wants to join me and show me a route, I'll be up for that too. Anyway, I think what I'll do now, instead of walking east, I'll go inland a bit more down this path. Again, I'm recording the route I'm taking. So I'm walking down here towards, that's Wigvarch over there. Was this a good decision? That's what I mean about everything being overgrown these days. Not too bad. It is passable. I have to go through here. Oh no. Well, that was a bit more overgrown than I expected. Good, it opens up a bit. As I mentioned, this area is really overgrown now with grasses, trees and bushes. But originally, this was all sand. It's about half an hour before sunset, but what I think I'll do is climb the ridge to make sure I'm up there when the sun does set. Instead of trying to race up there, I've left it too long. So I'll walk up there, maybe walk along a bit of the ridge and come back and catch the sunset then, to be on the safe side. So we keep going straight on. There's a post ahead of me, but the arrow signs have been removed. The main path goes slightly left over there, but we're not going to take that one. We're going to take the narrower path to the right. It's going to be a bit spooky walking back through this when it gets dark. Anyway, here's the firing range. But we're going to continue up the path, and it's quite steep as well. There'll be a lot of panting, more than usual. Coat off time, I think. Ooh. So let's continue walking east and come back in about 20 minutes. I won't walk along the ridgeway anymore. I think it's about 20 minutes, 25 minutes before sunset. I'll walk back the way I came, so I'm overlooking Porthcawl, and wait there until the sun goes down. From the beach to this point was 1.6 miles. So I'm going to stop here for a couple more minutes, then make my way down before it gets too dark. And I'll see you back on the beach. It is quite dark. The camera overcompensates and pushes up the ISO, makes it brighter than it actually is. As it's getting quite dark, the best route to take back is to basically walk down the hill, take a left to the beach, and walk back along the beach. Yeah, definitely. I have to do a ghost story walk sometime in October before Halloween, I think. Spooky. Well, I'm back on Newton Beach after my sunset walk across Newton Dunes to the Ridgeway. Just over 3 miles, which is about an hour's walk. But obviously I stopped to look at the view and do some filming. So when you look at the map, ignore the timings, okay? And hopefully my next walk will be a bit sooner. Like I said, maybe a ghost walk before Halloween. Anyway, remember, keep walking. Bye.